Hi, this is Stacy Hernandez with the Best U College Admissions Consulting. I'm here to talk about why summer experiences are important for the college admissions process. Thinking about summer experiences, I always encourage families to consider summer is a part of a student's extracurricular experience. So whether a student is participating in activities during the school year or during the summer, it's all a part of the same thing when it comes to the college application. Colleges in the United States require students to fill out an activities list as a part of their application. Many colleges, most colleges require students to fill out a list or an explanation of their activities in high school. So when a student's applying to college, they are writing up their experiences, their activities. So summer is a part of that. So many students consider that a separation, but it is all a part of the whole picture of colleges trying to understand the student in a more personal context or an out of school context. So keep future applications in mind when you are selecting summer experiences because it's a part of that activities list. Now, I say that in the sense that the activities list really should be about the students and what the students' interests are, and the students really building awareness around what he or she is interested in terms of activities. However, I always say the bonus is the college admissions process. So students are doing this for their own self-exploration, their personal development, and the benefit comes into the college with the college admissions process. So when I give advice, I'm giving this advice based on the growth and the development of the student, but also, hey, college admissions is a part of this process as well. And so I'm kind of doing this twofold and explaining about personal development as well as having more interesting experiences on your application make for more interesting applications. So when a student is participating in or trying to consider a summer experience, it's important to know that students want to follow their personal interests. So really encouraging students to think of summer experiences in two ways: exploring an interest or a passion in more depth, or trying something new and experiencing something different is kind of what I encourage students to consider for the summer experience. So summer is a great time to explore those interests and passions in more depth because there's more time. Students have more time on their hands. So when a student is exploring and considering a summer experience, I'm encouraging students to consider, what do you want to learn more about? What do you want to explore in more detail that you just don't have the time to do when you're in high school and when you're taking classes? So this can make for, again, a very enriching experience for students and make it an exciting time because it gives them all this freedom to have more time on their hands to explore different things. So keep an open mind. Think outside of the box with these summer plan experiences. So when students are coming up with their summer plans in high school, it's really important to consider, like, don't be restricted by what you think you're supposed to do. For example, some students are like, I haven't done community service, so I have to spend my summer doing community service. Well, community service is not your thing, then don't pursue it. Pursue your interests and passions more in depth. Yeah, okay, if you have a passion for video games, let's look at something that's a little more productive. We want these to be rewarding, productive summer experiences that can help not only enhance your application, but really help with the student's self-development and growth. So thinking outside the box means, I have an interest in studying economics. I love economics. I really want to learn more about it. Well, what would you like to do with that over the summer? Maybe that means, like, you look at interning with a economist locally, or doing some research with a economics professor, or reading more about economics, or doing lots of YouTube videos, or attending an economics class where you can even get more information about economics. So think outside of the box. Don't feel like there's an X, Y, and Z or an exact plan that you have to follow. You don't have to do the paid summer experience. You can design something for yourself. There are lots of different ways to do this. So be aware that if the student really decides to do a organized summer program, like a pre-college summer program, or a pre-college summer program means typically are classes on a college campus where you stay in the dorm and you do a full experience and take classes. Some of these more organized college experiences, like pre-college programs or college-based research opportunities or particular internship programs, may have a formal deadline starting in January. So it's important to really start planning ahead. December, January is a great time to really start to consider what you're going to do for your summer. So those are just a couple of things to keep in mind. Colleges appreciate consistency in activities. So going back to that example I gave before, if a student is building on their interest, using summer as a way to build depth to the experience. So if a student is really interested in politics, and let's say they are doing, let's say, mock trial in high school because they really want to learn about law and politics, they do mock trial in high school. Maybe to build on that interest, a student does an internship during the summer at a political campaign, or a student works for an intern for a lawyer or something like that. Again, you're building on the experience and creating more depth to the interest. This also helps students to explore those academic and career paths, to help students then build their college list later. It helps with determining what's a better college fit. So there's a lot of benefits to summer experiences. But again, consistency matters. So staying involved with, exploring those interests in more depth is a really good idea. If a student really wants to explore something different, like, I really am interested in political science, but I really, really want to do, I've always wanted to learn how to swim, and I really want to build up my swimming for this summer. Great. Go ahead, do a swimming class and then start teaching swimming and then becoming a lifeguard, and those sort of things are totally fine. You can explore different areas, and then you build on that consistency. So having well-rounded activities, but also activities in depth, are what help to contribute to the application and make you a more interesting applicant. So these are just a couple of tips about why summer experiences are so important. It does make you a more interesting applicant to have these more in-depth summer experiences. They do contribute to your activities list. And trust me, you'll have a lot more to write about in your college applications when you have these interesting experiences. So thank you for your time today. Again, this is Stacy Hernandez with The Best U College Admissions Consulting. My website is thebestu.net, thebestu.net. Thank you.